Hey everyone, this is Rob,
And Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. Alright, so this week up on the docket we have, of course, as always, our account progress. We'll be telling you everything that we have had going on this week, and any videos we might have in the works as well. And then we are going to be going right into a blog that they had earlier this week about account security, which is really nice to see.
I didn't hear anything about this.
Yeah, they're actually kind of, I don't know if they're focusing on it, but they're definitely bringing it up like they are, account security. So hopefully that'll be pretty interesting at least.
We have low standards. We're like, at least they're talking.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll bring the bare minimum of security. And then they'll also have the normal update as always. Is actually a pretty good update aside from the next point, which is going to be the new mini game. So that's pretty cool. We'll be talking about Guardians of the Rift. We both have played it quite extensively at this point. So we have, I think we can even probably give you some like tips and strategies that we use.
That we got from other people.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, tell you our overall experience with that, how they could improve it. And also there's already been some hot fixes to improve it already, which we'll also be going over. And of course, as always, we'll be finishing up with a quick little Q&A.
Dope.
Yep. But before any of that, Michelle, how's it going?
Pretty well. So, I don't remember if I was doing it last week, but I started doing Alchemical Hydra. I don't remember what day that was.
Yeah, I don't think you were doing that last week.
Yeah, okay.
I think you just unlocked it.
Shoot. Well, I started doing Alchemical Hydra. I did an entire task, which was 127 kills. That was sick. I think I got something like 15 mil total, which I immediately have already spent on supplies, a bond for myself, and a bond for our bond giveaway. So now
that's how it goes.
I'm already 10 mil less than I was before.
Yeah. Money comes and goes pretty fast in this game sometimes.
It's just like in real life, huh?
Yeah.
Life imitates art. But that's cool. And I actually got the Hydra Slayer helm already.
Yeah, you got it twice, right?
I cut the head twice. I got it at 53 kill count, and then I got it again like 10 kills later.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
Yeah. So not
I
much.
guess unlucky because I guess you could have got like a different rare drop or something.
I still consider it lucky because it's not that rare. It's like 1 out of 256.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty rare. At least, I mean, you got a 1
to
out
get
of
2 under 100.
Yeah, you got like a 1 out of, what is that? I don't know. I'm really bad at
I'm
math.
bad at doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's lucky. It was lucky.
It's definitely lucky.
Yeah, so I might just like mount that in my house or something since I have it, and that would look dope. I already have the Calphi Queen head too from before.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe it'll talk to you.
They will talk to you. Yeah,
Oh,
the
well,
Calphi
that's cool.
Queen one is actually like kind of creepy. They talk about how they're gonna come and like basically kill all humans, low key.
But they're dead, so it's kind of funny. Because they can't do
it's
anything.
Still threatening. I'm still scared whenever it happened. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I really liked doing Hydra. I thought it was a lot of fun. Shout out Dating for giving me some tips. Ninja also gave me some tips. Dating like actually did a voice call with me on Discord explaining where I need to mark tiles because some of mine were marked incorrectly.
Oh, yeah,
So thank you for that. Also, early shout out to Dating again for telling us the best way to do Guardians of the Rift, which we'll get to soon.
Yeah, they definitely helped us with that a little bit too.
Yeah. But it was really cool doing Hydra. Unfortunately, I don't think the stream was popping the most during that, which I was surprised by. People didn't seem very interested in it. Like, people weren't watching as much.
Yeah.
I think it's because initially I couldn't really talk while doing it.
Yeah, it's hard to talk, especially when learning bosses.
Yeah. And then by the time that I got it down and I could talk, I'm sure everyone was like, oh, I already know she can't talk when she does this.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I swear, I'm talkative again.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's weird because some people are like into watching bossing and some people just don't really care as much. But I think since we don't do that much bossing, I don't think many people watch us for bossing. So maybe that's why.
Because like the only times I've done like chambers, we've had like record amounts of people watching. Record amounts like 20 for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so strange. Not that much people were. So I was trying to do some of that off stream too, just because I was like, all right, I just need to get this over with because I don't think people are that into it.
Yeah, that could take a long time because I mean, that's the same way with Vorkath. Like if you get like 150 blue dragons tasks, it doesn't seem like it'd be that long, but
does everyone want to watch you only do Vorkath for like 3 days?
Yeah, I mean it's at least 2, probably closer to 3 hours of just killing the same dragon over and over again. So
yeah. And the Hydra took me like actual days to finish it.
Yeah, Hydra probably takes longer than Vorkath. Vorkath is pretty fast.
It definitely does, yeah. It's like, I think my fastest kill was like 2 something.
Oh, yeah, that's quite a bit slower.
And my slow kills were like nearly 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The only other kind of unique thing I got was Hydra's eye, and you
No
can
claw?
no claw yet. But yeah, the eye you like go and combine with like other parts, and I guess it'll make like the brimstone ring. Also, sorry for the beeping in the background. This car is perpetually backing up.
No, yeah, it's
If you
still
hear
the
it,
yeah, they're still doing
it's the
construction
construction.
across the street still.
The construction is going to continue forever,
Yeah,
probably.
they're like repaving the area around the pool, so
It's really unnecessary,
Yeah.
but whatever. But yeah, I loved doing Hydra. It's probably like my favorite boss at the moment. We'll see if I get tired of it next time I'm there, but
that's cool.
For
And
now,
it's
it's sick.
pretty exciting. You've unlocked all the Slayer bosses. Well, all the bosses in the game.
I have?
Yeah, that's the last
What?
one.
Oh my gosh.
That's
look
the
at
highest
me
requirement
go.
boss in the game.
Okay. Oh, I also killed a bunny.
Oh yeah, you killed the demon bunny.
So there's a level 2 bunny in like north of Prifddinas. That's technically like level 870 or something like that. And it took me 45 minutes to kill it.
Yeah. And then you like subsequently went through and took like several other people to go kill it with you as well.
Trying to. Dating did it because they found it drops like a crystal chalice, which just makes it look like you're walking like you're drunk. But it's cool because it like looks pretty and crystally.
Yeah,
It's worth,
pretty
like-
it's pretty unique.
Yeah, it's like worth 500,000, but it's a collection log item. So whenever Dating found out, they were like, "Oh, I want to do it," and I went and I was like, "Oh, I'll like go and hit it whenever you're banking," because I had to leave like a lot and keep coming back with more food.
Yeah.
Dating never had a bank. I was just standing there for 10. I think it took me like
Yeah.
12 minutes. It took me like 45.
Because I think you could probably just use the same strategy as Zilliana.
No, that's what I was trying to do, but I don't really do Zilliana. They said that they were using something like a 4-1 method. I don't know what they were doing. But they would do like a lot of in-game like raids and stuff. So they
Dating,
have,
yeah.
Dating has way more experience than me
Yeah.
doing that. It was a lot of fun. Ninja went for a little bit, like one inventory worth, and was like, "Never mind, I'm leaving."
Yeah, because it would take a really long time.
It actually took me 45 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
But I thought that was really cool.
That's cool.
And
That's pretty random.
Yeah, it's very random. Well, STD told me about it. People's names are so funny in this.
Yeah, any people we
stream.
reference are probably from the stream. So.
Yeah, their names probably aren't actually Dating Ninja STD, things like this.
Yeah, probably,
we
definitely.
don't actually know.
Yeah.
But they told me about it. I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before either.
And whenever I was in the Champions Guild, I also saw a chicken, and I scrolled over, and it was an evil chicken. So I was like, wait, what? I killed that too. That one's a lot easier. That one doesn't, it just drops like feathers.
Yeah,
but
it
they're
doesn't
like,
drop anything.
oh yeah, there's an evil chicken, and there's also
the evil chicken's lair, and also the evil chicken's outfit.
Yeah, and the evil bunny.
Yeah.
It's a reference to
chicken's,
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, because it's the bunny at the end of, well, spoiler alert from like 30 years ago whenever this movie came out, but like the bunny like kills like half the party or something like that.
I don't even remember that part. I've
It's
only
at the
seen the movie
very end.
once.
Yeah. It's actually, oh my god, that movie's so funny.
Robert really likes the movie. I watched it with him.
Yeah, it's a really funny movie. It's classic, and it's funny the more you know about why it's funny.
Yeah.
Because it has like a lot of like hints and like just telling you about like
Random references.
making fun of stuff. But if you don't know what they're making fun of, then it's not really funny.
Yeah.
Right? It's like all an inside joke.
I thought it was pretty funny. I don't remember it that well though, but now that I've killed the bunny, it makes me want to go watch the movie again.
Yeah.
I also went to Skatizo probably only a couple times, honestly. Still haven't gotten the Dark Claw.
That's so funny. I
Unfortunate.
just checked on my main and I still have 10 totems.
Yeah, weren't you gonna make a video potentially once you get a certain amount?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and
That'd be cool.
yeah, maybe.
Even
Funny,
if you do 10.
I got even more pieces because I was like doing stuff down there earlier.
Hey, I need more totem pieces.
I know, right?
They're so hard to get. This boss is so hard to just like farm.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
When I'm also trying to do
I
Slayer.
was like, you're not really farming it because if so, you wouldn't have a lot of pieces, but you'd have a lot more than you do right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing other tasks too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. And then the past day, I've been doing the Runecrafting mini game, and I absolutely love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I won't talk too
But
much
save
about
that.
it. Yes.
Yeah, save that for now.
But I like it. I think that's about it. I'm like over halfway to getting to 96 Slayer now because the Hydra I ended up getting like nearly 200,000 experience. So that's
Nice.
dope.
Yeah, that's huge.
And yeah, I'm just Very happy. I already imbued the Hydra helm and everything.
You think you're gonna get? You think you're gonna just go for 99 or what?
I don't know, because I'm only mostly doing Slayer because I still want to get the Skatizo head and the Skatizo pet. So
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get 99 trying to get the Skatizo pet.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go down there unless I'm also doing Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Because the superiors drop a totem piece every time you kill them.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I also want to get the Abyssal head, which I could get from the boss, but
The sire.
yeah, you could also just get from the regular Abyssal demons. It's like 1 out of 6,000, and I've killed like 4,000 of them anyway, just on task.
Yeah.
So
Weren't you thinking about getting the Bofa? I think the Bofa would be worse at Alchemical, but weren't you thinking about getting it?
no, I was thinking about getting crystal armor whenever I can. If I get the Dark Claw, I want to sell that. Or sorry, not the Dark Claw, Hydra's Claw.
Yeah.
I want to sell that, and I don't even know how much crystal armor is, but save money to get crystal armor because
Yeah.
that's best in slot for alchemical Hydra.
Oh, really? Is it?
Mhm.
Oh,
With
that's
the
kinda
T-bow,
surprising.
though.
Yeah, I was like, what the? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Bofa is worse than the Dragon Hunter crossbow, surprisingly.
It's not surprising at all. That does 25% more damage to dragons.
I guess a dragon. Also, I really want the alchemical Hydra pet.
Yeah,
It looks so cool.
that'd be cool, and it can change color.
Yeah, I never see people with it, but I want the blue version. Everyone always has the red. I think the blue looks dope.
Yeah, I usually see red as well. I don't know
I see
why.
red or green. Never see the blue one.
Oh, yeah. That's
And now that
kinda
I've done
weird.
it, blue is my favorite looking face.
I think I really only ever see it like plain or blue or red.
Yeah, everyone has the red.
Yeah.
But I would absolutely love getting that pet. That's like the conflicting part is I don't want to do it on stream because people don't like it, but at the same time I want to do it on stream because if I get a pet, I want to be like, oh my god, everyone, look, I got a pet. So I could, this might sound lame, but I could just record myself doing it because I want to see my own reactions if I get cool stuff.
You could, or you could just do it for a little bit.
Yeah. I really genuinely enjoy doing it though.
Yeah. I don't know. Then just deal with it, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Other than that, I haven't yet recorded another video for quest guides. None of those are out yet, by the way, but it's something that
Yeah, we're building up videos first.
Yeah, we want to have a few videos because the farther I get, the longer it's going to take me. These first ones, like the first 2 I did, took me like an hour to write and an hour to record total. And now Mistland Mystery, which is only medium length and like an easy quest, took me like hours to even write out what to do for it. Because I still want to keep in like a little bit of the lore of what's happening and stuff. So, oh my god, whenever I get to like really long quests,
Yeah, like
it's going to take me
Madness and stuff.
actually days to do those.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
if you
my
want to do
God.
them well.
Yeah, and I obviously want to do them well. So, yeah, I've been working on those. Didn't we have a video go out this week?
Yeah, so we put out the Core Keeper video
Oh, yeah, you did.
that I
Core Keeper video?
made, and I thought I might have either started another one or put out another one. I totally forgot.
Oh, we put out a Phasmo video.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like there was another one.
It was a really good game of Phasmo.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty
got
funny.
dared by Adora to use a voodoo doll, which makes a hunt, which is how people die in the game, and someone immediately died, and then it was just a domino effect of death.
Yeah, it was
really
pretty funny.
But yeah, we have those 2 new videos out. But now we'll get to asking how you are, and you could talk more about your Core Keeper video.
Oh, yeah. So I'll start with other stuff and not the Core
Wait,
Keeper
how are
video.
you?
But yeah, so I've kind of just been doing a bit of bossing here and there as well as the mini game. So I
It's
did
been a really fun RuneScape week.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. So I've been doing just a little bit more of the same. Like I did a little bit more of Vorkath, but what's it called? I was actually borrowing Michelle's Dragon Hunter, so
Oh, I can give it back to you now.
I gave it back to her, and I was just doing a little bit with the regular dragon crossbow, which is nice because that's also going to be in the guide because that's kind of like the budget setup that I
Oh yeah,
went
you're
with.
gonna do the 2 dueling outfit or gear setups.
Yeah, because I mean, it's only like I was telling Michelle, you can get an entire outfit or like setup with like all the supplies included for like less than 890k to go kill Vorkath
Nice.
and make that money back in like I don't know 30 minutes. But yeah, so that's what I was doing for a little bit, and then I also did a little bit more mole, and
Yeah.
that's why also I
How's
was
the
looking
giant
at
mole?
I was looking at like different bosses and stuff to do because I just like
There's so many bosses in this game.
I know that's what I was thinking too.
We
but
both need to do more.
there's so many that I either just don't want to do or don't have access to. Like I just don't really want to go to the wilderness anytime soon, unfortunately, because I do want to do Venenatis sometime, but I just haven't, and it's in the
Someone on the
wilderness.
stream said that Scorpia is really, really easy. Like they could get like 100 kills an hour.
Yeah, if you're going for
If you're not getting PK'd.
if you're going for pet, that's cool. But also, Scorpia has like negative drops.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I mean, the pet still though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to more bosses. Like right now, I feel like I've done so many bosses, but looking at like the high scores thing, that shows all the bosses, I'm like, I really haven't done that much of all of them to even show up for high scores.
Yeah, you definitely haven't. I think you need 50 to show up on high scores for most of them.
Which is unfortunate because 50 at some of these takes a long time.
Well, for I don't know how many it takes for like the bigger ones. It takes less for like raids and stuff like that. But
for Mimic, like it shows up at 1. I think Jad maybe shows up at 1.
I think it's 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just stuff like that. But I was looking through them, and I think I want to do more like Saradomin and stuff like that.
God Wars stuff.
It just makes me, I like being able to. The reason I like Vorkath so much is because I can hop in, immediately go to Vorkath, and I'm just making money like immediately.
God Wars is just you have to go and kill the 50.
Yeah, God Wars you have to like bring several different kinds of weapons, very specific gear, like additional gear, and then it's just kind of annoying having to do the 40 KC.
Well, let me know whenever you want to do it and I'll go with you. So then it's easier. You can have longer trips.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really cool.
We could just split the loot or something if we get anything cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be down.
Maybe.
God Wars isn't my favorite because of the kill count thing.
Yeah, the kill count's just annoying. It makes so annoying.
Makes it very inconvenient. The last time I went to God Wars was just to get access to Nex.
Plus, I'm like not really dry or anything at Ziliana, but I'm like not lucky. I think I'm like at 100 KC and I haven't gotten like anything.
Yeah.
Which I mean isn't like
definitely not dry.
It's definitely not dry, but it's also like damn, really. But
most people get sling by then.
Besides that, I did try. It's funny because this whole time I've been playing on like other accounts as well, doing like AFK stuff, like woodcutting or
video
agility.
things from the future.
But it was funny because I tried doing that at the same time as doing all these bosses, which was fine for the most part. But then I tried to do a gauntlet.
Why would you try to do gauntlet while AFKing?
I was able to get through gauntlet for the most part, and then I got to the boss and just like died, not immediately, but like within like the first 100 health. Like,
oh no,
it did not go well.
You think you're gonna try gauntlet again soon? You were getting pretty good at corrupted, but it takes a while to get in the habit of it, huh?
Yeah, I kind of forgot like what to do, honestly. So on the boss, I was kind of like counting to a number that I thought was the right number.
You didn't want to look it up. You're like, this is probably right.
Yeah, and I think I do get it for the most part, but it's like kind of annoying, like having to remember because like you have to switch your prayer and like both your prayers, and you have to like watch for them to switch your weapon as well, and the movement and stuff like that. So like it's kind of like hard getting back to knowing when to switch everything at the same time.
A while to get back into that autopilot mode. Same with even like fight caves. Until like I was like probably 17 or 18 kill count, I would always have to look up and be like, which one's mage, which one's range, and look up and see like which Jad movement meant what.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're doing it and you're like, oh, so obvious, and then you don't do it for like a month, and you go back and you're like, oh no, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to always watch my own Skatizo guides whenever I went to Skatizo.
The only one that I have like that I could just like do at any time is Vorkath, just because I have like 1500 KC there.
Yeah.
And
that one
Yeah, I definitely have a really good idea. Even like I don't even know if I could forget Vorkath at this point.
It haunts your dreams.
Yeah, exactly. But besides that, I think I want to do more like Casey in the God Wars in general. So like between Garage Door and Ziliana, I think that'd be pretty cool. And also, I mean, I like.
What about Nex?
I almost have no shot. Just because like I'd rather honestly do Nightmare than Nex. I don't know.
Nightmare was harder for me than Nex.
No, for sure.
I haven't done it Mass World Nightmare.
No, yeah, I meant like solo, but because I'd want to do Fasani, so I'd rather do Nightmare till I can Fasani.
Yeah.
And then just do that because, I mean, the rewards I think are still on par with Torva gear, like the price wise. So. And
one of the more creepy pets.
Yeah, the pets are really cool.
The pets
too.
look so creepy. Oh my gosh, the nightmares like attacks actually creep me out.
Oh,
the
like
noises,
the
like the
creaking.
It reminds me of the Haunting of Hill House, the bent neck lady.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think of. I'm losing my voice because I'm so nervous right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think I want to get more into God Wars potentially because it's
That'd
like
be dope.
it sucks because I want to do like DKs, for example. I've always like hated doing them, but I want to do them, but also I don't really have an incentive because I don't have any actual good drops anymore. I mean, like you might get like an archers, which is probably their best drop, but that's still only like I don't know, like 3 or 4 million. I forgot
That's
how
saying
much
that
it
you
was.
can wait until you're working on collection logs and pet grinds, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And plus,
But if you ever want to go, I
yeah,
could go with you so you have longer trips because it is such a pain getting there.
it's not even the trips. It's just it always. I don't know why. Let me know if anyone tweet at us if you have the same problem. But I've always had a problem killing not Supreme, but the one that you have to range.
I have a problem killing all of them.
Oh, it might be Supreme. I forgot which one it was, but I have a problem killing the one with ranged with a blowpipe because I always, no matter like how well I position him, sooner or later he ends up being too close, and I don't kill things fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
So like he ends up being too close to Prime or vice versa, whatever I'm getting wrong, and I end up aggroing both of them and like either dying or just having to teleport out because
It doesn't work out.
yeah, or sometimes I'll survive it if I'm able to like perfectly like randomly in a stroke of genius like flick both of them at the same time.
Would you want to try Corp?
Maybe, but
I was doing
also
in a group of 5 and it was so easy.
no, in mass it's really easy.
We don't even need mass. We just could find 2 more people. I heard 4 is ideal.
Yeah, 4 is ideal
We
because
went
then
with 5 and some people were like, well, we should just do 4.
what most people do is they'll have, oh, from what I've seen is when you go to duo it, you'll have 2 accounts each, and then both accounts will Warhammer spec them.
Yeah, I'm sure we could find 2 other people to go with us though.
Yeah, potentially.
We weren't even doing the Warhammer specs.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I want to do stuff like that, but the main reason that I'm like super lazy about doing group content, such as like raids with other people, is because I don't want to be like
depending on people.
Yeah, I don't want to be like limited by other people. I want to be able to just like jump in.
My take on
like
this,
I'd be down to mass it like sometime, but not like, oh, I'm gonna do Vork or I'm gonna do Corp today. Hopefully these other people are down.
what you need to do is just learn it with people, get it down, and then you'll be able to solo it after.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to ever solo Corp.
People solo Corp, it's just a pain.
I mean,
wouldn't want to solo
not
Corp.
with my one account. I don't have another account that I could do it on.
People do it just one. It takes
No
forever.
shot.
I've seen it.
I know, but it takes forever. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there for 100 kills, I don't want it to take 3 times as long.
Well, you don't have to depend on people. Just ask on Discord, and someone will always be down. People ask me about Corp sometimes, and usually I'm just too busy to do it.
Yeah, either way, that sounds like that's exactly, that takes way more effort than just going to the boss and killing
All
it.
right.
So that's exactly my point. So I'm probably going to be sticking to Garage Door, Zilliana, and then eventually maybe Kriara.
What's the other one? Krill?
Well, the other one is Krill, but I could definitely do Krill as well. I just kind of don't want to, except for like collection log stuff, because the best thing he drops is, I mean, one of his rare drops is a Steam staff. So yeah, kind of not hyped on that. But I mean, like a Z Spear would be pretty cool, but
The pet would be cool too.
don't have any like. Yeah, I actually really like him as a pet.
The little demon following you?
Yeah. But yeah, besides that, I'm not too keen on doing anything else. I haven't really done too much else. I've just been doing the minigame as well, doing some bosses and looking at like more bosses I can do. So I'll probably work on that. I was actually really close to doing a little bit of Zora the other day.
Oh.
Yeah. But I ended up not, just because I hate Zora.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, because it's like Vorkath in the same way that you can jump in, and also
It's like Warcraft but sped up by 3.
The rare drops are actually like becoming worth more.
Yeah,
because
I
like
just want the recolor for the Serpentine helm.
Oh,
They look so cool.
Yeah, the mutagens.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Alfresco got one very early.
Yeah, I think that'd be really. I mean, that's kind of like a flex, even though I don't use
It's
the
totally a
Serpentine's
flex.
visage pretty much ever.
I would if I had the recolor.
Yeah, probably just for the flex. I mean, I could use it at Zilliana, which would be cool.
Yeah.
But besides, I was like looking at Zora, and I want to, but I actually might go and try her. I didn't know that her rares were actually like going up in price until I checked like a day after, and they're actually worth quite a bit, because like once they nerfed all of, or like the blowpipe and stuff, like all of her rare drops were like 1.5 mil or something, like they were like practically free.
Yeah.
And now the magic fangs back up to over 3 mil, and I think so is the visage. So that's actually nice because they've like nearly doubled in price from
Oh
like
my
their lowest
gosh.
of just like I think it was probably like 5 or 6 months ago.
That's really good.
Yeah, so it actually might be worth. I mean, it's still definitely making money, still making millions an hour, but before it used to be like really close to Vorkath, and then it was just like nowhere near for a little while. So I think it's
Hmm.
slowly moving back, which is more enticing for me to learn it because once you learn it, I've seen people do no hit runs.
Wow.
And also, I bought and imbued the Ring of Suffering, so I might as well use it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
so I might end up doing that. I'm not
You
entirely
should.
sure.
It's like technically not that hard, I guess. It's just I was able to do it. Alfresco gave me some tips. Shout out Alfresco. There's also a plugin for
Yeah,
it.
I think the plugin is really insane.
Yeah. But still, even just thinking about kind of overwhelms me just because I remember like it's so fast.
It
It's
is. It
like if
is
you make
much
mistakes,
faster
then
than
it's just done really
I
quick.
think like all the strategy guides should be like, yo, just so you know, each phase only lasts for
Like
like 10
5 seconds.
seconds, like each of them. Because like whenever I
Because
was
they talk
thinking
about
it,
phases and you're like, oh, 30 seconds, okay.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Because so like
By the
when
time I switch my gear, it's already switched phases again.
it starts in melee, and then I'm just sitting there like, oh yeah, this will be fine for it. And then it goes underground and it's up, and I'm like, okay, I haven't switched, I haven't moved, I don't know what I'm
Then you
doing.
switch, move, and then it's switched again.
Yeah, you switch move and it's underwater, and you're like,
That's why
okay.
I don't understand people like being like, yeah, bring all these switches. And I'm like, I can't even switch my prayer this quick.
Yeah. And then I switch and then I'm like not switching because I don't know where it's gonna pop up because I don't know which cycle it's on.
Because you're too busy running to go and click on the Runelight plugin.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like
It's so
screwed from the
fast.
get go pretty much.
I think it's good that I'm doing Hydra and you like might do corrupted or sorry regular Gauntlet soon because those ones are really fast. It's good
Yeah.
practice for Zora
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
doing
already
things
have
quickly.
I think I mean once you get it, it'll be really easy.
Yeah, I kind of got the
So
hang
I'm
of it
actually like
before.
really not worried about it. Also the required gear to do it is like practically free.
Oh yeah, can't you do a void?
You can do it in Void, although I'd probably opt for Arams just because I
Mm-hmm.
think there's like a big like accuracy bonus that a lot of people say is probably just worth it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean there's a lot more switches, which is why a lot of people go with Void because there's only one switch, which is the helmet and then the
Yeah.
weapon.
Last time
But
I didn't have void. This time I would definitely do it in void. I'd have to get
yeah.
elite though.
I mean you wouldn't have to get elite. I don't know why people make such a big deal about elite because it's only 2% more damage, which is like
That adds up if you stay there long enough. You stay for 3,000 kills. That's
oh
huge.
no, I mean, okay, yeah, sure. If you stay there for several months, yeah, I guess it'll make a difference. But
I guess.
the thing is, like, everyone always told me to go Void Elite whenever I was killing Vorkath, and I like looked up so many damage calculators to see what the difference was, and it'd be like the difference would be like 6.4 DPS to 6.6 DPS, which is like you will not notice the difference. Like it's practically invisible.
I'll notice.
Okay. I mean, deep down you'll notice. Like
Yes.
you're right, over 3,000 kills or whatever, you'll probably there's gonna be a difference.
In your heart of hearts. I just like getting all that reminds me of like farming outfits and stuff. I'm like, I know it's barely a difference, but I need that barely a difference.
Yeah, I mean you don't have it, but
I have the farming outfit.
you don't have Void Elite.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't know. It was just like always so weird to me that people made such a big deal about Elite when it seemingly
looks
didn't make
cool,
that much of a
too.
difference. No, it definitely looks cool.
And if I get elite, I
wanna
want to
get the
buy the
ornament kits.
Recolor. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ornament kits. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. I spent my
you got
points.
you got your points.
Yeah, I got the Abyssal Tentacle Recolor. I got the Home Teleport. I got the banner, the trophy. Is that? Oh, and I got the cannon Recolor.
Yeah, cannon.
Yep, the cannon is probably the coolest part.
The cannon did look really
It's
cool.
so cool. I didn't realize also that your cannons have like blue fire around them when they're shooting, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You haven't spent yours yet, have you?
No, because it's on my GIM, so
Oh,
I
so
don't.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't want to
right
rebond it anytime soon, anyways. So if I
now.
want
Yeah,
it on
bonds
my
are expensive right now.
if I want it on my main, I'll go buy it.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm not planning on it anytime soon. My main's kind of broke because I've just been like switching between boss gear a bunch.
Yeah, I could give you back the Dragon Hunter to borrow again because I just need it for Hydra.
Oh yeah, because I need to kill more Vorkath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you could buy one of your own someday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so probably just bossing. I was thinking about doing Barrows, but I was also looking at the price of Barrows gear, and it's just like still going like not down, but it's definitely not going up like Zora.
Yeah, and you just mostly want money right now.
Yeah, mostly. But I mean, Barrows is always really chill for me, so
You could always just do it for funsies.
yeah, I could. But besides that,
No, your videos.
yeah, I don't think there's any more bosses that I was really thinking of. But yeah, for the videos, I did come out with the highlight video that you recommended. I thought it
Mhm.
was pretty cool. I just did a little bit of editing on that to make it like a little bit more interesting.
Oh, I didn't even know you edited it. How funny.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't really edit it. I just edited the beginning.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But I thought that was pretty funny. And then we did the Core Keeper, or I did the Core Keeper video, which is, I think I mentioned it on here last week, but it's like an indie game, kind of in the same vein of Terraria, if you've ever played that.
Nice.
Similar look of like Stardew Valley, and it even has like some farming aspects to it. So that's
It
kind
does.
of cool.
It looks really cute.
Yeah, very, very cute pixel design. And overall, I thought it was a really good game. Highly recommend it. It's only $13 on Steam. So, I mean, it's not breaking the bank for
Yeah,
most
listening
people.
you talking about it, you're like, I'm not getting paid for this video.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I really didn't have much bad to say about it. I didn't
Yeah.
dislike many parts of it.
That's a good
except for,
thing.
like, there could be, and I even mentioned this in the video, there could be, like, more, like, enemy diversity, more stuff to do in the game, stuff like that. But overall, I thought it was a great game, and it's just brand new. It's still in beta, which is why it doesn't have like fully fleshed out systems yet.
Definitely.
But yeah, overall, I definitely would recommend it. And besides that, I am gonna be making a video for the new mini game, the
guide,
Guardians of the
hopefully.
Rift. Yeah, so probably a few videos for that, ideally, and then see where that goes. Maybe even more than a few.
Maybe having a little competition video between the two of us.
Yeah, we might have
So
a
you
little
get some better loot.
might have a little loot competition. See how
Yeah.
that works out. But besides that, I think that's pretty much it for the updates for us this week.
That's it. That was so much.
Yeah.
We've been playing so much this week.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice.
I actually loved it.
Yeah. And I feel pretty great about it because I've been like working on other accounts this whole time. So
Yeah.
it's been pretty nice, pretty productive.
Shout out to our secret collaboration.
Yeah. You
Secret,
make
secret,
it seem so much more like secretive than it is.
It's a little secret.
All right, but moving on to the account security blog. So this is actually pretty important because I think we brought it up quite a few times on this podcast before that Jagex has a big problem with account security.
We got an issue.
In the fact that it practically has none. So it's
Passwords
nice.
aren't case sensitive. We must always
Passwords,
mention that part.
Passwords are still not case sensitive after how old is the game? 15, 16 years old?
Like 35.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so just stuff like that, but they actually have brought us an update on account security and services. So this was posted on the 21st, which was just a few days ago. And they do say that, hey, Mod Mac here, Vice President of Product and Player Strategy. Today, I wanted to share an update on our commitment to level up our account security and services. We know this is something many of you passionately want to see improved. Old school RuneScape accounts are more than just a game save. They're the embodiment of your adventures, your hard-earned accomplishments, and your valuable time. You want to see that they are protected at all costs, and there are clear areas where we can do better. We hear you. So they continue by saying that in 2019, we set off on a multi-year mission to make those long-desired improvements a reality. We were faced with some old technology, spaghettified code, and ultimately a legacy code base was simply not up to the task.
I thought you said spaghettified, and I was like, spaghetti. And I looked and it's
Spaghetti.
actually spaghettified.
No, yeah, that's what it's called whenever it's like just poorly written code or code that just wasn't taking into account growing into the future. It
It's
kind of,
spaghetti.
yeah, just imagining unbundling a bunch of spaghetti.
Oh, so you mean like the code that I wrote for my friend's website?
Yeah, exactly. It says, so we began the complex endeavor of architecting the new Jagex publishing platform in parallel with the myriad of additional efforts to make old school RuneScape better. And we're finally bringing these improvements to life. And damn, it has been quite some time. They said they started in 2019, which means this has been a
Wow.
problem since before that because they wouldn't revise it unless it was. So it's probably been like a big issue for at least 5 years in the majority of players' minds.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're just like taking a look at it, right? And
Probably forever if we're
so,
just
yeah.
thinking about it.
yeah, forever, really, if you really just think about it for 1 second. But 2019, so I mean, it's been at least 3 or coming up on 3 years since they started this, and it's finally coming. Hopefully, it says that stronger account security. So this is one of the few things that they are planning on bringing. This is going to be strengthening our password system to finally support complex passwords. Thank God.
Woo! By complex, they mean case sensitive?
Yeah, so for anyone
Wow.
that doesn't know, you cannot have any symbols or any cases case sensitive letters in your password.
I thought you could have symbols.
Can you have symbols?
I think I have symbols.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
So
you probably
you just
can't have a lot.
Yeah, you just can't have. Well, there's a limit. You can only have, I think, 12 characters, or is it 14 characters, something like that.
don't
Like, it
remember.
doesn't support very long passwords, and it doesn't support capitalization.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, definitely really weird. And I think it does support symbols, but not all of
No,
them.
not all of them. I know some are weird. They're like, you
Yeah.
can use these, but not these.
Like, I think it's like exclamation and dollar sign, but no, you can't use like carrots or at signs or stuff like that. I think it's like really weird.
dollar signs.
Yeah. Says that we're also adding support for multi-factor authentication recovery codes should you lose access to your two-factor device. With our upcoming Jagex account system, we'll also be introducing the ability to link all your characters under a single set of login credentials too.
Oh
so
my
this
gosh.
is great.
This is massive.
Someone was telling me that they are planning on making it easier, and this is definitely going to make it way easier to have multiple accounts, because I don't know about you, but if you play this game for any amount of time, you're probably going to make more accounts, and suddenly I now have 5 or 6.
Yeah, right?
So I often forget the logins and stuff like that, but I do have them like saved somewhere, but it's not like something I just offhand do. So it'll be nice to have them all in one place, and if they can just like add a drop down to like character 1 or character
Oh,
2,
that'd be
or like
so
have
cool.
all the separate names or something
That'd be
like
dope.
set up, that'd be really nice, just to be like, oh, let me swap to this character because he has all my money, or this character because I want to do some bossing. You know, could just easily do that.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be really, really cool. They also have improved player support on the horizon.
I
It says
didn't even
that
really have player support.
I know.
I've never had to struggle, thankfully, but I've heard people's complaints and
Yeah,
stories.
geez, the nightmare stories. This is honestly probably one of the biggest concerns any new players should have, is their customer support, which is seemingly practically non-existent.
Yeah, we haven't had to deal with it, thankfully, but we've heard your horror stories.
Yeah, God forbid you get banned or something like that.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, you're likely not get to a human. Either way, though, it says that we know that the existing account recovery process can be a point of frustration, so we've made sure to offer a much improved solution as part of the new upcoming Jagex account system. We're also working on an upgraded support center experience, including exploring a live chat service for select support
Oh.
queries to improve the accessibility of our player support.
I love when everything have live chat.
Yeah, live
Like,
chat
please don't
honestly
make me have to
is
email
the
you.
future. Like, why
I
doesn't
get
every
frustrated when
company
people
do that?
don't have live chat now.
Yeah, because it's like, well, I don't want to call you. You don't want to answer the phone.
I don't want to email you and wait 5 to 7 business days.
Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, live chat is definitely the way to go. I'm not sure it'll fix all the problems here or at all, but it
Step in the
definitely
right
will
direction.
be, a step in the right direction for sure. They also, of course, have the Jagex Launcher that we mentioned just the other week, which is in beta now, and it's going to be the first step in providing a more seamless, secure experience on the desktop, and they have much more to come that will enable faster and more convenient play.
Can't wait.
That's actually really exciting.
Hmm.
On top of these upcoming changes, they've also been working on better ways to protect your experience. Whilst we know there's a lot more to do, I'd like to share some of the progress to date. So they have reinforced protection of character data. So the login, log out was a perfect storm of a number of failure points, including hardware. We never want our players to go through something like that again. We've significantly upgraded our cyber resilience, both at hardware and software level, to protect against this, while also implementing cloud-based save backups to keep your characters safe.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm guessing because like if people know your login, they can like pretty much permanently keep you out of your account by like repeatedly trying to get
Log
you
in
to
with a fake
relog
password,
in.
right?
Yeah, just say that.
You've had too many attempts. You can't log in.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, I haven't even tried today.
yeah, and they'll just set up bots to do this
We
over and over
literally
again.
had to delete a YouTube video because I accidentally had my login username, and we were afraid of that happening.
No, yeah, for sure. It's definitely a big issue. I think honestly they should just
It's
I mean,
so annoying. You should also be able to change your login info. Mine's
Yeah.
from like when I was a child.
yeah, you can't change your login info. You can change your password, but like your login email, you can never change it.
Which is
So
weird.
you're
like
just
my
gonna-
emails have changed.
You're just gonna have to make a
times.
new account essentially if you get this problem.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the customer support doesn't really happen with that.
Mhm.
And speaking of bots, though, they have a war on bots apparently, just like we had our successful war on drugs. Bots are a detrimental factor to your experience. In 2020, we shut down the RS bot from the PowerBot website and will continue our zero tolerance approach both in and out of the game.
You know, I heard that all the bots that they're banning, they're gonna go send to the live chat for the Jagex support.
Ooh, true, 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 true. But I mean, it is nice that they are taking a priority approach on bots because it is a really big issue, especially for this game. They said that they're banning 100,000 bots per week,
Jeez.
which seems like they're just making 100,000 more accounts. So
Yeah.
it's nice that they are doing that, and it needs to be done, but it's not like super effective unless they're able to like hardware ban all these bots or something like
I
that.
think that there's no way they're ever gonna be able to get rid of all the bots.
Yeah, it's
Every
a
game
really,
has bots, no?
yeah, every game has bots. Every game has bots. I mean, we're
Even
looking at
Animal Crossing New Horizon in like this little store thing that you could sell stuff online. There's bot accounts even for that game.
yeah, anywhere you can make real life money, which is anywhere,
Any game
there
ever.
is there's bots.
Yeah.
Like if we're looking at other games that have similarly issues like this, Lost Ark that's just released in the West the other week, which is a really popular game, is suffering from really big bot issues right now, where it's just like in the start zones you just see like tons and tons of them, and they're making their way to the end game now, which is a big deal because that game actually has like also real life money tied to the in-game currency system. So they're also dealing with bots, and essentially it's not an issue of eradicating bots in any game. It's an issue of making it so there's like just less,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
there's always going to be bots. So it says while their system is not bulletproof, they're making continual improvements to keep bots out of the game as best as they can. So that's pretty much kind of all you can ask for. And it's, I mean, yeah, that's that. Safeguarding your experience. So this is their second to last point. It says protecting the economy is something we know is important to everyone. Last year, we expanded our efforts to tackle real world trading on a number of levels. We've begun to target the demand for real-world trading gold by issuing warnings, timed bans, and permanent bans to gold buyers. To date, we've issued 38,000 warnings and bans to players.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's quite a few.
I didn't even know there's this many people in the game.
No, if you check, I think that anytime there's like 100,000 people in the game.
Really?
Yeah, right now there's
70,000
70,000 people in the game. And also it says that we've been continuing to target the supply of real-world traders by shutting down sellers, beginning with Arcus and Bogla gold selling sites in 2019, with 18 more shut down over the past year. So they're just sending out cease and desist left and right.
Dang.
So that's pretty good because, yeah, shutting down supply, I guess, would probably help the issue.
For sure.
I
Hopefully.
mean, that gold is definitely still somewhere probably, but it's nice that it's just not as easy to get to.
Yeah.
We've also committed to redesigning the duel arena, as it accounts for nearly 40% of all real world trading bans.
Jeez.
Yeah, that definitely took care of
My
quite a
God.
few of them. As I think actually I heard that a lot of people left, a lot of like real world traders left OSRS after this update and actually went to like games like World of Warcraft and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it was worth their time to just do that instead.
That's crazy.
But that's pretty funny. One thing you may not know is that fraudulent payments are part of third-party gold sales and real-world trading too. To combat this, we've introduced a top-of-the-range system to track and block fraudulent payments, which will limit the incentives for bad actors to attempt stealing accounts. So that's pretty cool. So in closing, they said that they are fully committed to making OSRS progressively better, and the fruits of multiple years of efforts will be realized this year. So that is them committing to saying that they're going to have multiple safeguards, as well as potentially the new launcher and ways to get into multiple accounts all this year. So that's kind of a big statement there. So hopefully they're able to commit to this. I wish we had like a Reddit thing where we could just like remind ourselves to come back in 1 year to this
and see if it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Members of the team will be joining the OSRS live stream this Thursday, which happened just today, and we have a few things where they did say that they are, I didn't catch all of it, but they did say that they are making it a lot easier to log into and deal with multiple accounts, which will definitely make it easier on your front as far as like remembering passwords and stuff like that.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty cool. But overall, I think that's a pretty cool approach. It's a good update.
Yeah.
It's a good blog. But
as long as they do it.
Yeah. Is there any like other stuff that you'd want to see from like the security team?
I mean, I can't really think of it. I thought of one thing, but I was like, they'd never do this. Being if you have multiple accounts, you don't have to buy a bond for every single account. That'd be cool.
No, yeah. It's funny.
I think if it's real money, it should be like that.
Yeah, someone else was saying that. I'm like, no, they want your bond money.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way they do that, but that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because it kind of, if you think about it, doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Especially if you're paying money, you have to pay money on all these different accounts for it.
True.
It's weird.
One thing I would like to see is like, because I feel like they're going to link all your accounts, or you can link all your accounts to the launcher.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that you could have like an account to get into the launcher, and then like
so that's an extra layer of security.
Yeah, and then each account has its own login separately.
Yeah. That'd be
within
cool.
within the launcher as well.
Yeah, the launcher will just be like an extra little security on its way to your logins.
Yeah, like a double thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And that would also prevent a lot of the people going and spam trying to log people in to block them.
Yeah, because then, I mean, potentially, I feel like that might add an extra layer of security. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a security expert, but maybe that'd be nice.
I mean, it sounds nice, but yeah, we wouldn't really know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure. Either way, I feel like they just need to like steal whatever technology Activision Blizzard has, because their launcher is really nice. That's one thing I've always appreciated about World of Warcraft is like from the World of Warcraft launcher, I can play the new Call of Duty. I can play, because it's an Activision game. I can play World of Warcraft, Diablo, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, and I've never seen or heard of anyone, I'm sure it happens, but I mean, not to the OSRS level, but anyone having like security issues with their launcher.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing. I feel like they need to like
idea.
hire the Blizzard security team. That'd actually be hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully if it's anything like that, that'd be great.
Cool.
But moving on to the actual update for this week, it's going to be the Guardians of the Rift launch. So pretty big update this week. Really great. There's already been a ton of hotfixes. There is a lot of problems, not just with the actual update, because we are recording this on Thursday. It's already been a day. They've had quite a few issues that they've had to iron out.
They fixed out quite a lot before I even woke up the day of release. But I guess there's a lot of issues.
There was a lot of issues, but not just pertaining to the minigame. There was also issues pertaining to the Death Piles drop update that also came along with this patch, including you were able to pick up other players' untradeable items if they were dropped within an instance.
Oh no.
And because this was such a big deal, they actually had to roll back the game for a little bit.
I hate the rollbacks, because you always see someone on Reddit who got something insane and then it's going to get rolled back.
Yeah. That was crazy. Along with that, there was like some death pile abuses where you could essentially go and run death pile, kill yourself to like Venenatis or something nearby, and your main can go and pick up that loot and extend your runs indefinitely, essentially. So there was stuff like that going on that they had to hotfix. Just a lot of death pile stuff. For the majority, a lot of these problems were aimed at the new minigame that they did fix, but there was, I mean, dozens of them that they just had to fix. But either way, I think it looks like they have gotten most of them. If not, make sure to give them your feedback. Obviously, that is their priority and a kind of a big deal. But besides the minigame, they actually have the pre-quest for the minigame. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. It's called Temple of the Eye quest. And this is actually, I thought it was a pretty good quest. What do you think about it?
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it said that it was short, but I was trying to do it without like looking it up at all. And it was probably medium length for me for that reason.
Yeah.
I was also doing other things and distracted.
I definitely didn't feel like it was like short. Like it felt like it was
took me like 40 minutes.
Like I felt like it was like
just under medium-ish. Yeah, I agree. When they say short, that in my mind is like 15 minutes or less. It took me like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it took me like, and I was looking at a guide, and it was still like 20 something minutes. It still took me some time.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of travel. Even with my teleports, there's still quite a bit of like time.
Definitely.
But
But I
yeah,
thought it was pretty cool.
it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I like the little puzzles in it. The puzzles in it I could actually figure out on my own, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the one puzzle in the abyss I thought was pretty
the
easy.
color one, the
Yeah.
circles.
Yeah,
You guys all see what I mean. I actually liked that. I was just like writing it down to keep track, and I was like, this is a cool little puzzle.
That's funny. I know you're saying something about writing something down, and I was like,
I don't have good memory.
I was kind of like laughing to myself. I'm like, I feel like this is the part where she was talking about.
Yeah, no, I have really bad memory, and this is known.
It's not too bad of a puzzle. You might need to bring paper, maybe not. But either way, it was pretty funny. If anyone wants to actually do the quest, you can start it just to the east of the Alcarid Gate. There is a wizard called Wizard Periston, or Purston, sorry, and they are the people that you can find a new quest at. Again, it's called Temple of the Eye Quest. Look for the quest symbol on your map if you're not sure where to go. It's right next to where the camels are at the oasis.
I forgot that there was a quest leading up to it, and I thought that she teleported you to the minigame, and I spoke to her, and I was like, this is a lot of talking just for a minigame, and then they're like, start the quest, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are the requirements, though?
So the requirements is you have to skill requirements is enter the Abyss mini quest. So that's you just have to be able to access the Abyss, pretty easy. And then level 10 Runecrafting, which again pretty easy. And then you also do have to be members, unfortunately. Yeah, sadly, because Runecrafting is a non-members thing, so it'd be really nice if you could do it, but unfortunate. What's cool is they do have a free-to-play reward. It actually did pass. So if you want, you can get the ring. The ring does allow you to teleport to fire, earth, air, and water altars very easily with a maximum of, I think, about 10,000 charges, which should make it a lot easier than carrying around a bunch of rings of dueling if you are doing like fire or something like that.
But you'd have to buy that from the GE, right?
You would have to buy that from the GE.
So Iron accounts, you'd have to be a member for a little bit, go get the ring, and then you'd have to have it.
Yeah. It's really, if for GIMs or IMs or anything like that, it's pretty much doesn't exist to you unless you become a member. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. But what you get for the completion of the minigame,
yeah, you get the ability to play the Guardians Rift minigame, which love.
You can also teleport there with the minigame teleport, just so you know.
I did not know. I've been using the fairy ring. It's kind of underneath the Wizard's Tower basement.
Yeah. You can get to the Wizard's Tower easily by using the Necklace of Passage as well.
Yes. Yeah, I just use the fairy
or
ring
the fairy ring
next to it. You also get 5,000 Runecrafting XP, and if you don't have it yet, you get the medium essence pouch.
Yeah, there you go. So it sets you all up, makes it so you're good to go, and everything you need for the actual minigame.
Oh, and most importantly, you get a single quest point.
A singular quest point, so make sure to get your QP cape back if you have lost it.
I did.
Yeah, so as far as the actual minigame itself goes, I guess we can give you a quick once over of like what you're going to need and what to actually do. But like we said, we are going to be coming out with an actual like minigame video, like guide. So you can either watch, I'm sure there's tons of other actual guides up, so you can check one of those out or check ours out. Head over to our YouTube channel, which is going to be youtube.com/Bunebape.
You're going to work on that today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But everything you're going to need is just your essence pouches, your chisel, as well as pickaxe. You can get a chisel and pickaxe here for anyone that may be an Iron Man or something like that. So if you forget it or just don't want to bring it, that's totally fine. So essentially, there are going to be a few things you're going to need to know about it, and the entire quest is going to take you through everything you need to know between all of
that was actually nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good idea, right? Because there's nothing like that for Wintertot or anything like that.
Wintertot, you just have to wing it. It tells you like exactly what to do during the quest. They're like, oh no, we should try this out.
Yeah, and
you're experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah, and I was thinking for like Temporos, they don't have that either. It's just kind of
Temporos I had to Google, and it was kind of annoying at first.
Yeah, you kind of just like do it. So for this one, if you have access to it, I definitely would switch to the Lunar Spellbook and bring NPC contact runes whenever, or if you can, or if you have access to it, because you will be running through your bags pretty quickly.
I've already had to call like 3 times.
Yeah, I think about every other game you need to recharge them, depending, of course, on which ones you are using.
I think it was less than that.
Yeah, I think it's like every 2 games.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, make sure to bring runes for that if you can. And we found that a really good strategy in general is to get an uncharged cell, make a golem, get another uncharged cell to either make or reinforce one of the walls, and then you can go over to the east side and begin picking
Mining.
or mining rather. You're right, mining the the large remains.
Yeah. This will make more sense when we have a video.
Yeah,
If you've never done before. If you've done the quest and maybe played a couple rounds, you know what we're talking about, but we'll go over it in a video as well.
Yeah. We generally did that strategy because it makes it so you're less prone to wipe early, because you can lose this minigame similar to how you lose in Temporos. You just gets overwhelmed and you end up losing.
I didn't even know you could lose until we lost.
Yeah, we've lost actually twice. So I think a lot of people don't realize that you can easily just get up a few of those early golems to protect you, as well as the walls are really easy to get up as well.
Shout out Dating for that advice. Once again.
Dating give us that advice. That's pretty nice. So that'll help you not wipe early on, and then you can stick around at the large remains of the Titans so that you can keep mining essence until the first portal comes up. Make sure to take the portals as much as you can. That'll save you a lot of time.
I didn't realize how important those were until Robert was going to them. And then I finally went and I was like, wait.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. So definitely take portals as much as you can and fill up your rune pouches. And generally, I mean, obviously the strategy differs. You can either go all into catalytic, or all into elemental. But one big tip that I think a lot of people don't know is until you find out the hard way is you need one catalytic point and one elemental point in order to actually get one reward from the reward elemental.
So you want to keep the amount of altars you're going to like pretty even between the catalytic and elemental.
Yeah, or you can go do all catalytic and then the next round do all elemental.
But it's kind of hard to commit to just one.
Whatever you want to do. And by points, we mean whenever you get like 300 points in elemental, that equals 3 points, or 500 points if you go all in, and get like 500 points in catalytic. If you do just death runes or something like that somehow, then that would be 5 points. So it's going to take one elemental and one catalytic in order to get your rewards, and that's pretty much going to be it. I guess you can ask us questions on this, but we are going to have a guide and other videos on this. So
it will be much easier to understand.
Probably just go watch those videos. Either way,
Hopefully
though,
we'll have that out later today.
What'd you think about the minigame?
I love it. I love it so much. I was having so much fun. I think I did it the entirety of my stream yesterday for like 5 hours.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was really fun. I think it's cool. There's a new pet, which is really cool. It's a little abyssal guardian thing.
Yeah.
It's a little pyramid head, and he looks all weird and gangly and kind of creepy, and I love him.
Yeah, he does look weird. He has like little kind of like tentacle arms.
Yeah, he's kind of scrawny too. Yeah. I like it.
He's definitely really weird. He's a pretty funny looking pet.
He's a unique little guy.
Of course, those lucky people already have the pet on day one.
We've already seen quite a few people with the pet. It's crazy.
I feel like it's going to be the same as Temporos, where I saw so many Tempors, I thought it was like
I thought it
low
was
drop.
Easy.
Yeah, but it's just like insanely crazy drop chances.
People are just super lucky.
Yeah. So I definitely think that's going to be the case this time around. And what do you think of the rewards?
I like the rewards. One thing, they already hotfixed it, so it doesn't matter as much, is that one of the things that drops is pearls, and you can use the pearls for basically buying the runecrafting outfit.
Yeah,
it's like a currency.
There's two different actual reward vendors. The original reward vendor, and he will drop the currency for the second reward vendor, as well as other rare items.
Yeah.
And the second reward one is the one you're talking about, which has the actual outfit on it.
It has the outfit and like the ring and stuff. So the way, I don't know how accurate this was, but people were saying it would take like 90 hours of playing the mini game to get the outfit, because we didn't see anyone wearing the outfit yesterday.
No, not even pieces of it.
But they did update it, so it's easier to get the pearls. Yeah. I don't think it's that easy. It'll still take a really long time. But
I guess we can probably discuss that now since we just brought it up. But there's already been a few hot fixes. They're planning on having an actual blog post for this, but they have tweeted out actual hot fixes that are live now. And there's going to be a news post for it. But currently they made it so that they increased the maximum number of players. And also it's not instance or anything like that. It just has a maximum number of players that used to be 60. Now it's up to 100. And if you want to know how many players are in an instance, you can right click the gate and peek, and it'll tell you what percentage the boss is at, as well as how many people are playing. And it allows you to enter the game in phase 1. So there's phase 1, 2, and 3, and phase 1 is just mining. Literally nothing is happening.
These games take like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, at
so
least
it sucks
10.
if you get there right as they're starting.
Yeah, it's actually a really long game. It's pretty much whenever Tempera, or like just imagine whenever like Temperos just starts up and you are just fishing and cooking for the first bit, if you just couldn't enter.
Yeah.
If you got there late. Which, I mean, that's kind of how it is, but
Temperos
Temperos games are much faster. And they also made it so they increased the weighting of Abyssal Pearls by 15. So essentially it just made it so that they drop much more often.
15% is not much, but it's something.
Yeah. Cells can heal full health barriers for extra contribution with no XP. This was something I was with no XP, I'm still not happy about that because there are some limitations on the game. You can only have 10 constructs up at one time, which means if you have 10 weak constructs and you can make a strong construct, you're either going to have to just wait, or if you are trying to get the most experience, probably just go use it on a nearly full shield and just kind of waste it. But I honestly think if I had one suggestion, I'm going to get this out of the way and say that if you have an overpowered or overcharged construct or cell, that should take precedent over like a weak cell, for example.
No, I agree.
Like the weak construct would just die, and then the new stronger one would take precedent. Yeah. Because as it is, it's kind of annoying because, like they said before this change, you couldn't heal the shields if they were maximum health, and you couldn't make constructs. So there's actual times in the game
where you're
just sitting there.
Yeah. And you're like, should I just destroy this?
Yeah, you can't go into the next area until you spend it, so you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
So this does solve that, but you're still not getting the XP, which kind of feels bad. Yeah, that kind of feels bad. I mean, it's like,
not our fault that we're doing so good we can't heal it.
It's like this battles, I guess, like botting, or people that are just like doing one thing over and over again and not really playing the game. But it also like, I mean, kind of hurts everyone else that's just like, oh, I guess I'll just do this and get the contribution and get the rewards, but zero XP, which is kind of the point that I think a lot of people are there for.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
I can see them changing that again, though.
Yeah, for sure. They've also increased the total cap contribution points from 1,000 to 1,200 to better work with mass groups.
Before you could get a max of 12 points per game. Is that what that means?
I think so.
No, just 10 per game.
No, yeah. So it used to be 10 per game. Yeah, the most you normally get is between, I mean, if you're kind of going slower, like 4, and the most I've gotten is nearly 800, but usually around 700.
Yeah. Oh, I also said that backwards. I said from 1,200 to 1,000, my bad.
No, yeah, it's from 1,000 to 1,200, and I think that is total between both elemental and catalytic combined, so 600 of each.
No idea people are even getting that.
Yeah.
But okay.
And I think you just have to have a smaller group to do that.
So you're in there longer.
Yeah. They also fixed an issue with Zaya Blood Runecrafting XP, which been returned to 23 XP per rune. For some reason, I think it was giving you more than normal, like twice as much as normal.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, they have fixed that. I think there was at one point making it so that one of the hotfixes, I think, mentioned that you were actually getting, if you had, for instance, the Zaya Elite done, the diary, yeah, it would instead of giving you 10% more runes, it was giving you like double XP.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like it was crazy. It was crazy. But so those are the fixes that we wanted to go over. They tweeted this, and they're going to come out with a news post soon to make it more official. But just so everyone knows, they have fixed a few things, which is definitely nice. Some quality of life changes already.
And just another thing that I saw in the replies to their tweet about hotfixes is somebody thinks that the minigame is too much XP.
Too much XP.
It's not high XP.
Yeah, let's talk about XP. What were you getting?
Like 35,000 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I was getting between...
You're getting a little more. Mine wasn't the most accurate
No, I was getting more originally. I think optimally, you can get like 40K. Like if you're really optimal, not taking breaks or anything. But I took a few breaks and went and got like rune pouches and stuff. So I was getting around 33,000.
Yeah. It's not much.
It's lower than Bloods. Definitely lower than...
maybe equal Lavas. Lavas, you're supposed to get that much, but I never would be able to because I couldn't.
Lavas, you can get 80,000.
Oh my god, really?
Isn't it? Let me double check.
Wow, I was really bad with Lavas then.
Yeah, so for lavas, you can get anywhere between like 38 at a minimum up to 60,000 experience
Yeah, no,
per
I was
hour.
getting like 30.
So yeah, with I mean, you're getting likely about the same or probably more with bloods and way more money.
Hmm.
And with lavas, you're getting up to nearly twice as much experience.
Yeah.
So it is still by far and away better. But I mean, this minigame is really nice. I think it's in a good spot as far as XP goes because it's better than most of the other alternatives that were pretty boring.
Yeah, it's
And
not like so bad that you're like, oh, I don't even want to be here.
yeah, it's nice because it's like, man, I really don't want to do double cosmics or laws forever.
Yeah.
And like on the way to 77, so it's nice to have this as a different option. And of course, the rewards are really nice as well.
It's great. I'm overall very, very happy about the minigame.
Me too. Yeah, I definitely agree. And for anyone that was wondering, I get a little bit less experience than her and less money than her because I don't have 77. You need 77 to go to the blood altar, which is the highest altar in the minigame.
Yeah, it has all of the altars for every kind of room there.
Yeah, mostly any room. It doesn't have wrath, and
Well,
it doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah, stuff like
Most
that.
of the main ones.
Yeah, most of the main ones. Besides that, there is a little bit of a guide. If you just missed it while doing the quest, there is a little bit of a guide on the actual update page. And besides that, in the top left of the screen, not only does it show you how much power the Guardian has, which has to get to 100,
Don't let it get to zero.
Do not let it get to 0. Also, like we said, there is an available up to 10 Guardians that you can create, and it'll tell you how many are alive. So if you want to make a Guardian, make sure that it's not 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
Also, if you
Your
are...
issue?
Yeah, this is something I ran into a lot. Another big problem I've had, and I really hope they fix it because it is really frustrating, is if there is 9 Guardians up, so you can make one, but someone else and you start it at nearly the same time.
But them slightly before you?
Yeah, but them slightly before you, they can like resurrect a weak one and your overcharged one will just like vanish. Like you'll
Yeah.
get the experience, but it won't actually get
It
created.
will just be their weak one rather than prioritizing the
Yeah,
stronger one.
It is really, really lame. It is.
It happened to him so much
it was
yesterday.
really, really lame. It's probably one of the most annoying things that happens in this minigame.
Robert actually got so annoyed playing the game yesterday that he had to stop after a few hours.
Yeah. After a while, I was just so over it. But
Yeah.
it's fun.
But you back today?
It's fun, but honestly, it's also a super tilting minigame at some points.
Yeah.
But
Because just trying to time it correctly to get into the portals and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Also, probably the biggest, most important part of the entire UI on the top left of your screen is going to be the elemental energy and the catalytic energy, mostly because it's going to tell you which runes are up and available.
Yeah, there's only one elemental and one catalytic open at any time for you to go to.
Yeah, unless you have like a talisman for any of the respective altars.
Yeah.
It's also going to behoove you to really pay attention to which altars are weak, medium, strong, and overcharged. Make sure you know which ones those are. If you have Runelight, you can put little markers out front of the ones that are medium and strong and overcharged, so you have a better idea of which ones you are going to want to prioritize.
I marked my overcharge, but I think I might go and mark everything with different colors.
I'm going to change the colors.
Because I forget.
Yeah, I want to change the colors.
I want to know like what's medium and what's weak. Because sometimes I think I accidentally go to medium when there's a strong one also available.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. For instance, like a really easy one to identify is like if there's air and death up at the same time, you're going to want to go to death because that's overcharged, whereas air is weak.
Yeah.
So you'll get way more points, way more contribution to your team if you just go to the death.
And the weak and overcharge relate to how much like hit points you're giving to the shields and how big the guardians you're creating.
Yeah, exactly. So it is kind of a big deal. Make sure to pay attention to that. And also it'll tell you how much energy you have of each. Again, you're going to want to balance about nearly equal.
As much as you can.
As much as you can. Of
Sometimes
course,
if it's only offering like weak catalytic, then I'm like, well, guess I'm not doing catalytic this round.
Yeah, exactly. If it ends up being like 40-60, that's not a big deal. You can always make it up in later games, even if you have to just go all into one or the other to make up for it.
I keep going to extreme opposites. At first I had way too much catalytic and now I have way too much essence. I just keep having to even it out.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing is cool, you didn't get to see the recolor while we have taken a look at the rewards, you haven't seen the recolor of the new runecrafting outfit.
Ooh.
Which, for anyone that doesn't know, the new runecrafting outfit is amazing. And not just
I
in the
like
way
the
it
original
looks.
so much.
Yeah, but also in its rewards. It gives you 10% more runes per piece, up to 60% more runes. So that is
That's
a
massive.
big deal.
Am I gonna do 99 runecrafting now?
It's a really big item. I would get it as soon as you possibly can if you plan on runecrafting at all. Also, someone has mentioned that there are a few diary requirements, for example, that is going to make it so that you need to get so many runes made at once in order to actually surpass the requirements for the diary.
Oh yeah, it'd be like make 100 air runes at once, but you have to be a certain level.
Yeah, usually, for instance, you'd have to be like level 80 something in order to do, I think, or like 70 something in order
We're just
to.
making up numbers because we don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but someone did do the math. I think it was another content creator, so shout out to them. I didn't come up with this, but if you were like 76 rune crafting is what you'd normally have to be for, I think it was Drainer or something like that, the elite diary. But now you only have to be like 50 something, so it's letting you skip essentially 20 to 30 of the rune crafting levels if you want to
Absolutely
get
massive.
the diary out of the way sooner than later on your account.
Runecrafting was the thing that my last diary thing
Yeah.
ever tried to get that.
Exactly. So that's pretty cool. But here are the recolors for the actual outfit. There is white, red, brown,
well, the white's the
and
original.
green, I think. So I think this is probably one of the best. Oh, also blue. I think this is definitely one of the best outfits they've ever done.
Yeah, my favorite is actually the original. It's not really even white. It's like yellow and orange. It reminds me of like sunshine a little bit.
Yeah.
And I love the green one.
I really like the green one and the blue one. I
yeah,
mean, the red one.
Obviously,
is
I would take
cool.
any.
Yeah, I think a lot of them look cool. Honestly, I would like if I was just like
the OG might be my favorite.
Max, or not Max, but if I was like Max and kind of bored, I would like low-key maybe want to sit here and like get all of the recolors.
The fashionscape is great.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. I think it's really well done.
Something that's a little unfortunate is that you don't choose the color. They're like a 1 out of 1200 drop
Yeah, it's
to
a
get
rare
a
drop.
dye.
Yeah.
Arc got one. Arc Rain, shout out. Their stream actually, you guys should all check it out. They got the red one like really early on, and it's the one that they wanted to.
Yeah. So it looks really cool. Along with that, there is a transmog option for your Rift Guardian pet, not for the pet from the minigame. But
so you have to go back to the normal runecrafting at some point.
Yeah, so go do Bloods or something and get your actual runecrafting pet, and you can turn it into the Great Guardian.
It looks so cute. It's holding a little trident, and it has like a little beard and stuff. It's like, it looks like a little underwater god.
Yeah. So I think it looks pretty cool. All the
love it.
rewards look really nice. It's going to take some time for me to realize whether the Abyssal Lantern is actually cool or not.
The Abyssal Lantern looks cool. So
It looks
even
cool,
if it's not worth it, you
but
want to describe what it
also,
does?
So essentially, it's a lantern that you feed with different types of wood. And the different types of wood will reward you with different types of buffs, whether that increases the amount of points in the minigame, increases the amount of blood runes you get in the minigame, or certain runes you get in the minigame. And the redwood, which is level 90 fire making in order to actually use it, is going to increase your reward points gained and runes crafted by 5%. In addition, your rune pouches will no longer degrade. That one is definitely worth it.
I need to get 90 fire making for this. That's a requirement.
Yeah, that one is definitely worth it. If you plan on being here for a long time to get the outfit, I would highly recommend getting 90 wood or 90 fire making for this, because it is pretty good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it goes all the way from level 1 fire making up to 90. So make sure to check out which rewards are going to be available for you, or which buffs are going to be available for you for this reward. Besides that, though, they have unlocked access to the True Blood Altar,
which looks beautiful.
Yeah, overall, the True Blood Altar looks really good.
Amazing.
I think it looks like it belongs in the heart of Mauritania, which I think is where it is. Like we said in the last, not the last one, but the one before that podcast, there is a couple ways to get here. It's going to require some pretty high level agility, either 74 or 93.
Wow.
And you're going to have to go under the dog pub in Cannabis.
The hair of the dog pub.
Yeah.
The dog pub.
Well, everyone knows there's only one pub in Cannabis.
The puppies hang out there.
Yeah. So there's two different ways there. Like we said, make sure that
You
you
also have
get
to
that all
finish Sins
sorted
of the
out.
Father. That's a big deal too.
Of course, you have to finish. Yeah. So you have to do Sins of the Father, and I guess that thematically makes sense. So I guess I should have mentioned that because
It's a
not
huge
everyone has
quest.
that done, and that does RC. But yeah, if you plan on going to the True Blood altar and checking that out, you are gonna have to have some quests done.
Oh, there's another big change I'm excited about.
Yeah. Speaking of quests, when you want to tell them?
Yeah, so the quest list changes have been applied to the game. I'm like, I don't know how to word this. I almost said implicated.
No, I think you're looking for implemented.
Implemented, there we go. But yeah, no, I'm really excited about. So now you can go and sort through your quest list based on like when they came out, what series they're in, like
It's
if you
very
started them.
specific.
It's very specific. It was kind of inconvenient at first because I didn't know and I was just trying to remember the name of this quest, but I very easily figured it out. You could like change the colors of the started and unstarted and in progress ones. You could hide all the ones that are like completed and all these things. It's so much more detailed. It makes it a lot easier and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. I definitely think it looks better. It's a nice quality of life change. I wasn't asking for it, but it's nice for whoever was.
Yeah. I love that it's sorted by like groups too of what kind of quests they are.
Yeah, for instance, you can change it by status, difficulty, length, storyline, start location, recommended level or combat level, release year, alphabetically, free members, and type.
Everything. Everything you possibly need to sort by.
Pretty much everything.
It's dope.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice. There's a ton of changes, also some quality of life changes for people with poor eyesight. So you can change the size of text, shadows, as well as color.
Dope.
So that's a really nice change for a lot of people. The PvP beta changes. So they made some changes to the headgear sets for the upcoming PvP arena. We received a lot of feedback from well-versed PvP folk that the increased damage these sets offer was simply too high, and it'd be better to focus on consistent damage via accuracy. It was also noted that the emphasis should be on high offense rather than high defense.
True.
So big action and less sleeper fights. So our first change is to remove the damage reduction from all three headgear sets, which should reduce their overall defensive capabilities. I definitely would agree. It says that the Malma's full head helm now gives you 20% all the way up to 30% melee accuracy and 3 to 5% increasing in melee damage. So they
those are all the different helms.
Yeah, so that's just for melee, and then of course it's going to be the same thing for range.
I thought there was 9 helms.
Yeah, there's a ton. So for the magic ones, it'll increase the bonus that the set provides from 50 magic accuracy up to 60 magic accuracy. And also it makes it so that Psycha's Shroud magic attack bonus increases from 3 to 6 all the way up to 8 to 11. So it's going to give you a little bit more damage and quite a bit more accuracy.
Dope.
And for the ranged one, it's going to give you a little bit more damage as well, from 2 to 1 all the way up to 24 to 12. It's going to be the defense bonus decreases. So that's going to be a little bit more armor shred. And on top of that, there's going to be 25% more accuracy and 12% more damage on the top end. So again, just more damage, less accuracy. So exactly what they said across all three sets. So again, if you're interested in the beta, make sure to head over to those worlds. They're still open. Still check them out and see what they have improved upon.
Yeah.
And one last thing we wanted to touch on, which is going to be the death piles. We did talk about a little bit where there were some bugs. But it says that they've made some engine changes affecting death piles for Ultimate Iron Man. As discussed recently, the game now recognizes death pile items on your player's save rather than the world save. This means that if you have an item on the ground visibly only to you, such as untradables or items dropped on death, it will be saved when you log off and reappear when you log back in. The time the item stays on the ground remains the same, but critically, the timer pauses whenever you're offline. For instance,
that's good.
Really big deal. If you end up dying
because you lost your internet,
then you won't, just sit there in despair because all your items for sure are gone.
Yeah,
you can actually log in whenever, try to get back as fast as possible and get your items, and you should be good to go.
Yep.
But that's going to be about it for this week's update. There was quite a lot to go over because of the minigame, of course. Make sure to try it out. Let us know what you think about it and how it goes for you.
Ooh, please do.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, but both of us are pretty big fans of it. But it would always be nice to hear what other people have to say about that.
Definitely.
So to finish off the podcast, we do have a question from Matt over on Instagram.
Yeah, shout out Matt.
Shout out Matt.
So Matt asked, If it meant no other updates until autumn due to the amount of time it takes the OSRS JMod team to develop and implement, would you want changing scenery, wildlife, and store products and deals for different seasons for OSRS? For example, in autumn, pumpkins are far more abundant in farms, and stores sell pumpkin-flavored pastries and alcoholic beverages. In winter, fish are harder to catch, and animals for hunter harder to find. In spring, fields of flowers surround Falador. In the summer, White Wolf Mountain has less snow. And he said, as you could probably guess, since I took a time to write this all out, I am all for this idea. What do you think?
So I kind of, I like agree and disagree.
I'm half. I like some parts of it.
Yeah, precisely.
And we didn't really talk about this, so I don't know if we're gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. So initially, I don't really like the idea, just the way that they described it. But in my mind, it could be worth it because I'm just going to pretend that that means until September is when autumn starts, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, like almost 6 months worth of updates, which is quite a bit of updates. I mean, that's a lot of updates. You can do a lot in that time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like
and they plan to do a lot this time.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff going on this year already. So to forego that for this, one, I still don't know if I would want it, even if all of this happened, just because I think I might want other updates instead. Not saying that this wouldn't be good.
I'm just worried that it would make the game die down like winter. If you can't catch a lot of fish in winter, that could be like
harder
to skill.
What I was thinking is I think it'd be cool if it was kind of like Animal Crossing, and they did it not to the extent that Matt said, but like just like overhauled the entire game.
I was thinking that just the scenery like Animal Crossing.
Oh, I was thinking like everything. I was like, all right, so in autumn there would be like trees with less leaves. The leaves would be different colors. There'd be pumpkins everywhere. The theme of the world overall
that's what I mean. I like that.
But on top of that, there'd be like stuff would change in a more meaningful way.
Oh.
In that like certain items that are like really good would come into season that can only drop from certain bosses that become autumn themed.
That'd be kind of cool.
Or like same thing for winter, maybe like a really good like ice pick weapon drops, but you can only get it during the winter or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like a modified version of an abyssal dagger.
So it'd be kind of like how for holiday events they give you drops, but they'd actually be more meaningful than like a carrot sword that does nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be more than Fashionscape.
Yeah, so there would still be like really good like Fashionscape items from the holiday events. They would still have that, but this overhaul would be just that. It would be like a big deal it would take way more than 6 months or whatever. Yeah. But it would be like a big deal overhaul because as it stands now, like the like changing of like seasons and stuff like that, like there's
not really anything.
It would be cool, but it doesn't really mean anything to me.
I actually wish I would be super down for that. Like having Runelight, the HD, and whenever it changed everything to snow, I love the idea of during seasons the scenery changes. I don't even necessarily want game changes. I just want like scenery changes, like seasonal drinks and stuff. Whenever you go places, would be cool too.
Yeah,
just small things that don't affect the game is what I want. So you want the opposite kind of.
Yeah, I want the opposite, just because I mean that'd be cool.
I think we both like different parts of this idea.
I'm not like an RPer, or I don't really put any stock into like those things. So if I'm spending like 5 or 6 months bossing, I won't really see any of that stuff.
That's true.
But if I spend 5 or 6 months or a year bossing and I realize that, oh, this really sick boss that drops like a headless horseman's scythe or something like that, or
that's so cool. I love your ideas, the ice pick and that.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's just like a very niche item that's not like better than the regular scythe, because I still want that to be the best. But it's like maybe really good at like Dagonoth Kings or something like that.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, I should definitely go get that, because that'd be a big deal to me.
I like that. That's cool.
I think that'd be cool, but as it stands now, it's just the scenery stuff. I'd rather them do more impactful stuff.
I'd rather them do the scenery. So that's really funny.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, that's just
combined. We love this idea.
Combined, we do. But yeah, that's going to be our answers for that. Let us know what you think about that. Also, feel free to ask us any questions you have over on Twitter, Instagram, as well as our Discord, or in the comments down below. We have a question section over on our Discord, so feel free to ask us any stuff that you want to be included here or just in general, and we'll try to help you out as best as we can.
Yeah. If you're interested, also we stream 5 days a week. I stream at twitch.tv/Bunebape. Our Twitter is Bunebapeosrs, and our Instagram and YouTube are both just Bunebape. So hit us up anywhere. And then you can find our Discord, I believe, from Twitch.
From Twitch, or any of our YouTube videos also have it linked in the description.
Cool, perfect.
Yep. So I think that is going to be about it.
Yeah, thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you all have a great week.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bloop, bloop.
Memer.